Hey Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 28th through April 3rd. This is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have a new moon in Aries happening on April 1st. It is the new moon of the astrological new year. Fresh start, new beginning. We're going to see how this energy is affecting our Aquarius friends. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the Aquarius collective. Not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. You may need a private reading. First card coming up for our Aquarius friends is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're coming into a significant new chapter in our life. It's a defining moment. So even though I'm setting the intention here for a period of 7 days, the things that are happening in the next 7 days are setting themes that are going to be around for Aquarius for a while. And the Wheel of Fortune is about movement. A lot of the times this card comes up to give us permission to move on. Like, look, you've done everything that you could have done. You've paid off whatever karmic debt there may have been. You've learned whatever lesson you were meant to learn. And now it's okay for you to move on. It's okay for you to move forward. This is a card that sometimes comes up when we're getting unstuck. Maybe some of you Scorpios, some of you Aquarius have felt kind of stagnant, or you've felt kind of like, blocked, and the wheel comes up to say, okay, now we're really moving forward, right? Not only are we unblocked and unstuck, if you were worried about having, wasted time, things are going to be moving so quickly that you're going to feel caught up in no time. Okay, there's a feeling and a sense of movement with the wheel. The wheel also reminds us that there's cycles in life. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, and as long as we're working within those cycles, instead of pushing against them, we're going to make a lot of progress. So the wheel is a time of change, a time of movement, a time of getting unstuck, a time of moving forward. The next card that's coming up here for Aquarius is the Hermit. What a beautiful card. Now, Aquarius, we've got major arcana cards coming in back to back. So for me in my readings, when major arcana cards are coming in back to back, it's telling me that this is a time of really big changes, really big shifts happening in a short period of time. Remember how I said some of you feel like there's been wasted time and you felt like, really stuck or really stagnant. And now I said things are moving forward very quickly. Major arcana cards coming in back to back really confirm that for me. It's things happening very quickly. Maybe you were stuck and you felt like you fell behind, but now these changes are going to be happening really fast, really quickly. The Hermit card is oftentimes associated with the astrological sign of Virgo. If you have any Virgo placements, there can be big changes or shifts happening for you in those areas of your life or in those houses. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo that's very significant for you at this time. But the Hermit is a card of spiritual awakening, spiritual teaching, spiritual lessons. A lot of the times this is a card that comes up when we're feeling that we need some alone time to rejuvenate, to regenerate, to process, to meditate. It's not being alone out of depression or sadness. It's being alone because we're enjoying that energy. We're thriving from it and sometimes even creating in that space. In terms of healing, the Hermit card will come up for me in a reading to say that you've made a lot of progress in your healing. And you're in this stage of healing now, which would be the equivalent of the little caterpillar that's gone on and munched all the little food and gotten all the nutrition. And now it's going into the cocoon. Now the little caterpillar goes into the cocoon because it's time for the transformation. It's time to rest and allow the magic to happen in that quiet period of rest. Caterpillar is not doing anything. It's just sleeping. It's just resting. And the transformation is occurring. The morphing is happening. And so the hermit always makes me think of that level of healing. You've done all the hard work. You've filled your cup. Now you're resting. You're taking some downtime. And those wings are beginning to sprout. It's a very powerful time of change, a very beautiful transformation. And once that little caterpillar has grown its wings and it comes out of that cocoon a butterfly, it is going to reach places and see things the caterpillar could never even have dreamt of. So there may be some downtime, there may be some quiet time, there may be some time in which you're just kind of spending to yourself, but it's like an arrow in the bow being pulled back. It's like this, you're taking a step back, you're taking this delay, but once it's released, that arrow is going to go flying. And that's what I feel for Aquarius. It's this time of reflection that you're coming out of. Either you're going into a time of reflection that's going to propel you forward very quickly, or you've been in a time of reflection and now you're being propelled forward very quickly. But reaching heights and seeing things you could never even have dreamed of when you were in that limited thinking of the caterpillar. The next card that's coming up for Aquarius is the Devil, and this is Capricorn energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. If you have a Capricorn placement, there can be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life. Now, the Devil card is a card that can come up when we have a lot of negative ego coming to the surface or a lot of fears. Aquarius, you have 3 major arcana cards coming in back to back. This is really big changes. This is really big shifts. Aquarius, some of you feel like you're being tested or baptized by fire right now. Some of you feel like this is a baptism by fire because you're finding yourself in a situation where you're having to push through a lot of your fears and a lot of your insecurities. You're really having to push here out of your comfort zone, reaching for bigger and better opportunities. And the negative ego is coming in hard. The negative ego is coming in hard and making you feel like you're not good enough, because the negative ego hates change. Even when the change is good, even when the change is positive, negative ego hates it. And the closer you are to a massive change and a massive shift, the louder and the meaner the negative ego becomes. Remind yourself of this. If you remember nothing else from this reading, remember that. The negative ego can be very mean. And it's the meanest and the loudest just before your biggest breakthrough. Know and understand that you are good enough. You are a child of God. You are a child of the universe. You are loved. You are protected. You deserve success. You deserve happiness. Other people have achieved it. They are no better than you are. And you can do it. Don't allow the negative ego to slow you down and to make you feel as though you're not good enough, because you are. You are capable. The next card that's coming up here for Aquarius is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is very fast-moving energy. Again, things happening very quickly. Knight of Wands can also sometimes come up when we're having to make a decision in a short period of time. Like, we're not being given a lot of time to decide. It can even be like we're being presented with some kind of an ultimatum. And so, again, I know it's easy to fall into that fear, into that panic, into that stress, into that worry. But you have an inner knowing here with the Hermit. And it's time to move on. With the Knight of Wands coming up at the foundation, I'm not the, I'm at the outcome. It makes me feel, Aquarius, like you guys are trying to move forward right now. You're trying to make a big change and you're trying to move towards new opportunities. And the negative ego is coming in really strong and discouraging you. And then as soon as you overcome the negative ego and you tell that negative ego, I'm not listening to you, I'm moving forward, I deserve this, I deserve to be happy, the very thing you're trying to leave is coming up and laying it on thick to get you to stay. So if this is a living situation, then all of a sudden this person has learned their lesson. They're going to do better. They're going to do more. They're going to, like, they appreciate you. They're going to, pull their weight and they appreciate what you do and they're going to try to convince you to stay. If it's a work situation, oh, you're leaving? Well, we'll match whatever they're paying you, the new job's paying you. In fact, not only will we match what the new job is paying you, we'll do one better. We were going to give you a promotion anyway. We'll give you a promotion, we'll give you a raise, and they're going to try to convince you to stay. If it's a romantic situation, baby, 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 please, 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 please. Oh, I was just looking at engagement rings just the other day, or I'm ready to have babies, or, whatever it is. They're going to start saying whatever they can say to hold on to you. But the wheel card is telling you, you've done whatever you were meant to do. It's time to move forward. It's time to move on. It's not going to be easy because the negative ego is going to try to keep you stuck. And then the old energies, the old people are going to try to hold on to you because they don't want to see you ascend or upgrade to something better. They want to keep benefiting from you. So it's not going to be an easy transition to make because there's people that don't want to let you go. But at the end of the day, you're in charge. You're in control. You make the decision if you're staying or not. They're not going to make it easy for you to leave, but it's not up to them. It's up to you, Aquarius, excuse me. It's up to you, Aquarius. I said Aries because I was looking at this. I don't know. Maybe for some of you, there could be an Aries that's like discouraging you or putting you down. I don't know why, but I know Capricorn also, like, this is supposed to be an association with Capricorn, right? And the goat, but I don't know why. I'm looking at this and it's giving me Aries vibes. So maybe that makes sense for some of you. But again, Aquarius, they don't get to decide where you're going to go and what you're going to do. That's a decision you get to make. It's up to you. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign and rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to the link in the description of this video, it will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. April love readings will be up shortly. Don't forget to check out the card of the day. A lot of people have been asking for a daily message, and so I've been posting those daily. Hopefully you all can check those out as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm hoping you all have a wonderful week ahead. Take care, Aquarius. Be well, my dears.